awesome, man. I don't know if I prefer that sound or this sound. Well, it is different, I guess, because of the single coils, but man, that sounded really good.
I do, yeah, I like it. I do love the S style pickups.
Yeah, dude.
Those are Lambertone triple shots.
These are the triple shots, and those are the Blondies by Lambertones.
They're very nice.
Yeah, man. Well, welcome. We just thought Jason, you got this recently, right?
I did.
Yeah. Okay. I've had this since if anybody can remember, it was really hard to get these for a while, and I don't really remember. I think the chips or something, and I got one just in that time, and everybody was like, "How did you get that?" Well, I don't know, man. Sweetwater's crazy.
Where did you get that Sega Genesis?
I guess I was just lucky.
Yeah, nicely done.
Yeah, I really like the Quad Cortex, but honestly, this does less. This isn't like a comparison. This isn't a direct comparison kind of thing. It's just, he's got cool Fender sounds in there, and I got a cool Fender sound in here.
Yep.
I know it says Super 100 Worship Tutorials, but it's not. I just didn't change the title. We're both using like their stock versions of like a Fender Deluxe.
Right.
Like a reissue, like a 65 kind of a thing. And we just thought we'd try to see which one we kind of preferred.
It is funny. Whenever you use something like this, somebody always asks you, is that better than this?
All the time.
Oh, well, we're going to tell you the answer. Because there's a very clear black and white answer of what is better. That's how everything with gear is.
Always. Yes.
Just like that.
Always. You're right, Jason. So this thing comes in it. Do you remember what the cost?
I think it was
roughly?
it's like $500.
$500.
So just to kind of give a picture, I made some stupid videos.
Yeah, he did.
On Instagram.
They were great.
And Hotone, that's how you say it. It's not Hot One.
Yeah.
I did ask. And people say it differently all the time.
Oh yeah,
they're like, no, and they laughed at me. They're like, it's Hotone,
it's Hotone,
idiot.
you dummy.
And then they sent me a Wong press.
Yeah, that's
which
cool.
we just showed on the pedal board video.
I
really like it. And then they were like, hey, do you want to try some more stuff? And I was like, sure. And this was great for me because you know a lot more about modeling than I do.
Yeah,
I would say.
Yeah.
Here's a secret, guys. For the most part, at church and stuff, I lead on acoustic guitar.
Blasphemy!
Don't tell. Sometimes on electric.
Don't tell anybody.
But yeah. But I just played a gig in Arizona, and it was awesome to just throw this in the backpack. I was like, wait a minute, I don't have to carry my AC30. I can just
trying to get on.
So much cheaper.
This is my carry-on, my AC30.
They're like, that's way over the weight limit. You can't do that.
Don't judge me.
Yeah. So this was great. Fit in my backpack, and I literally just picked one setting, kind of just a board setup, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
I got a lot of compliments on it.
Well, good, man. Like, because this was the first time I've heard it when we were just noodling around there towards the beginning. I thought it sounded really good, actually. And so what we did, so you guys are in the privy. This thing can do. This thing can do.
British, isn't that like the bathroom or something?
I don't know. Who knows? I don't know.
And you're in the privy.
Yeah, you're in the privy. This does loads more than that does.
Yes.
This thing does so much, and it's not a fair comparison necessarily.
No.
And so what we did,
if this isn't better, I'd be like, you got ripped off.
Right. Yeah. Well, from what the sounds sound great.
Yeah.
But it's like the nuances of them, right? So that's what people dive into. Well, anyway, to make it fair, I just tried to copy as best I could Jason's chain into here. And we're just going to kind of like compare some of those sounds. It's not the exact same things, but we tried to go through the list of what they are. So effectively, just to walk you through it, we both have a compressor, a boost, an overdrive, and then the amp and then a cab, right? And then this is where it changes a little bit. He has some stereoizer.
It's like a core. It's a modulator.
Oh, is it?
I think it's called a stereoizer. So I think it's like a
chorus thing.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I have chorus too. I thought it was like just making it stereo for some reason.
I don't. It might. I don't.
Who knows?
I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff
We're
on
just
there,
throwing
guys.
things around there. But
I was too busy trying to learn the songs I was supposed to play.
Yeah. And then we have a delay, a digital delay, and then a reverb, kind of like a big hall chamber concert. I think yours is called, maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I put on concerts.
You do, and I'm usually just in my hallway crying. listening to, what's his name? He like Bryan Adams? Is it Ryan Adams? He got sad songs, right?
Yeah, I mean, Bryan Adams pretty good too.
Is he a thing?
Yeah. Summer '69.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah. I knew you knew it.
I don't know if that's the key, but
all right. So it's the key now. We'll just run through just turn on just your compressor. We'll turn off the overdrives. So
it's already off for me.
Turn off the delay and reverb too.
Turn off the. Here's one thing. I only have four things I can set.
Yeah,
and so you could just press all the buttons. I had to turn off my reverb.
Yeah, and I didn't
by hand.
I didn't map these buttons. I only have for some reason I can turn the amps on and off because I'm lazy.
Sure,
but it's nice. This touchscreen's really nice. Yours seems pretty good too.
I feel like sometimes touchscreens are almost like a gimmick, because if they don't work super well, they're a pain in the butt.
Totally.
This thing works unbelievably well.
Good.
I was pleasantly surprised. It's very intuitive,
and it comes in at 500 bones.
Yeah, something like
500 US doll hairs.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, so play me a couple chords, I guess.
Sure.
We'll hear it.
On my neck pickup.
What chords were those? Teach us.
At Worship Artistry, you can learn the name of all the chords. G, D, and C.
Yeah, that's hard, man. Oh, neck pickup, you said, right?
Yep.
It'll sound a little different.
Yeah.
This is going to be a little more bassy.
Yeah, yours feels a little more gained up on the other.
Yeah, it's very clean.
It's more of a pedal platform, the way I have it going.
And also, the pickups I think they're outputted similarly, but I do have a little bit more juice, I feel, with just more, there's just more spank on this. But that's what these are made for.
It is a Strat.
Well, maybe let me try the...
It is an S style.
There you go. Is that closer? That is a little closer, but I am a bit gainy still, so I'll turn it down to 5 and see what happens, huh?
I could also gain up a little bit too.
No way, gain's too much. Gain is bad.
Gain's dumb.
Ooh, there we go. I'm in Jason.
There we go.
I'm in Jason range.
Yeah, that feels right.
I mean, it's so similar. In my ears.
Yeah, I'm not sitting here going ew.
Ew, that's so gross. The bass tone, they sound fine, Yep. These are all, again, stock things within these. Go ahead and turn on, the compressor's on, right?
Yes, the compressor is on.
Let's turn on the overdrive. Ooh. And you give me, what were those chords again? G, C, D? Or G, D, C? Neck pickup?
That was the bridge pickup. It's more my jam there.
Here's the bridge pickup of this. Pull to Jason. Yours gets louder.
Yeah, my drive is a little more gainy. And mine is called a Dr. Blues.
Mine's called the Brit Blues.
I think they're supposed to be blues breakers.
I think so, yeah. This thing sounds out of tune again, huh? But, I mean, that's similar too. Obviously, the pickup nuances, I'm not listening for that.
Yeah, it's more just, hey, I got some drive on there.
Yeah, it's
kind of in my zone.
It's a similar tone. Very similar. It's literally just the pickup differences.
The pickups, yeah. We're going to do this really right. I should have brought my Strat.
Right, yeah.
Because that also has triple shots in it too.
We're so smart.
Which I will just say, I had the standard, it's a nice Fender Strat. Mm-hmm. And when I put those triple shots in there from Lambertones,
just made it better.
It felt like I got a new guitar.
Honestly, yeah, I have another Strat and it's got single coils in it as well. And I don't ever want to play it because this just sounds better.
It's wild.
It's got a feel to it. All right, it's crazy, yeah. So we have an overdrive and a boost, and the boost is before the overdrive. Do you want to go ahead and boost the overdrive real quick?
We should start a rock band.
I'm ready. There we go.
Sounds pretty good.
Just started a 90s rock band. Yeah, that sounds fine too. It sounds similar. Honestly, it might just be the pickups, but I do like that sound a little bit better at this stage. From what I'm just hearing.
Score 1 for the Ampero too.
Like, it just sounds more open.
Yeah, there's a little more, I don't know, almost a little more mid-range too.
Yeah.
But that also might be pickups, but
let me try to match it a little bit better because it is kind of gainy. But if I put more gain in this, it's not going to sound good. Like, do you hear how that like kind of sounds like just muffled squish? Yeah. And it's not the compressor. Like, it sounds okay. It sounds fine, but it's not. I listen for a smoothness to stuff. Like, that's why I really don't like AC30s. Yeah, it's just too harsh. I like it sometimes, and it cuts through the mix, sure. But like, I want something that's like, I do like this sound. Like, that's just the overdrive. But yeah, yours really gains that up. Yeah, and it sounds really nice.
And it's nice, like, to have that boost.
Yeah, mine just sounds kind of. We'll try to match it, because like that sounds. That's a little closer, huh?
Yep.
Okay, because yeah, I had to pull my gain down from 5, so halfway, to like less than a quarter almost. And it's a cool riff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. But yeah, those pickups are different, and so that is a huge deal. But I mean, hopefully you guys can tell there's very little difference actually.
Yeah, I mean it definitely,
I would say,
sounds good.
So far as the sounds go, it's so similar. Like, if you only have money for this, do it. Yeah. But this though has so much more flexibility.
For sure. I will say, like, did you know this can do IRs?
I did. Yep.
So I actually did some IR catch. They call it tone catch.
Oh yeah,
so I caught some tone.
Of your AC30.
But what I did find is the moment I did that, my options for the other things I could add into that chain diminished significantly.
Really?
Yeah, like I guess it takes up a lot of DSP.
Yeah, and this doesn't, because I mean, gosh, we use this a lot for our videos, and we run 2 guitars into this with 2 outs. It's just mono. We could do 2 stereo chains if we wanted. And I'm using like IRs, not the stock stuff. And I've never, not once, ever, never, zero, ever, not once, have ever had a problem with this.
Like never? Not
once, not ever. Never. Yeah. So I've never ran out of space with this, and I've thrown okay, sure, if I try to throw every single thing, but everything I want to do, just a couple of drives, a couple of reverbs, a couple of delays, 2 amps. Even they have like a stereo amp section now for the factory things, but I use IR. So anyway, been really digging the Tone Shepherd stuff actually. Yeah. And he did just pick up one of those, I think. Trying to do some stuff, catches, and I think he was telling me actually, it is. It takes up a lot of extra like space, and you can't do much with the IR.
In fact, the first time I did it, I was like trying to add it, and I was like, "Where is it even stored? I can't find it." And then I realized it was like grayed out because I had other effects on there. So once I pulled those out, then I was able to.
Yeah, it wouldn't even let you get it. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, so that's a drawback.
Yeah.
But I honestly, to me, I think about it from the standpoint of, what are you trying to do with this thing? Mm-hmm. Like I said, I like my pedal board. Mm-hmm. I like my amp. Yeah. I was playing for this worship gig.
Yeah, in Arizona.
And I'm like, this has all the stuff that I need to do. Mm-hmm. If you were doing presets for everything, and this can do that, but I feel like, I don't know, it just wasn't what I was needing, and so this is a great starter.
Oh, for sure,
for anybody, I think.
Oh gosh, this is a no-brainer for, a kid that's getting started, or even an adult, honestly, because this thing sounds amazing. It comes in at a very, very low cost comparatively. Yeah, sure, like about $500. I think one of the amp pedals from UA is like $400. Right, and that's just the amp. Right, so you're getting everything in that. It sounds really good.
If you're like a singer-songwriter, This also has like acoustic IRs in here.
Really?
And you can also plug a microphone in here.
Oh, that's nice.
So I was just playing around with it. I was like, I could if I was just leading worship by myself or going to play at a gig or something, I could just do everything right through here.
Yeah, that's cool. Is this about the same quality, this thing, as the hot press or Wong press?
With the Wong press, I mean, it doesn't have near as much. You can set the sweep on it and that kind of thing. One thing I did find is I had my tap tempo here, and then I forgot to save it over here because I ended up moving it over here because I kept hitting this and hitting that at the same time. So it is kind of a small footprint. They have a stage, which is
a little bigger.
I think would probably, kind of maybe get closer to something like that.
Yeah. And I guess to have like a more of an all-in-one solution, this is not that. I don't have an expression pedal like you do. Yeah. That's nice. I mean, I can, right? And I do. I usually run just a volume pedal into the front input because that's what I like. And I think a couple of my friends, they run like a volume pedal or something in the effects loop so they can put it wherever they want. But that's the only drawback, I guess, for this, but it wasn't a big enough drawback for me to not buy it.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so let's move on to just the delay. What does the delay sound like for you? Let's turn off the boost and just have some light overdrives. Oh, you got the ping pong.
I got all kinds of stuff going on right there.
Let me turn on the ping pong. What kind of, do you just have like a quarter note? Is that what that is? Do you know how to find it?
I think it's dotted faster. I'm relatively new to running things stereo, so I feel like I haven't really maximized what you could do with it.
Oh, probably not. Yeah, because I remember when I first started doing stereo too, I was like, I heard it in both my headphones, like doing this. I was like, that's enough.
I'll tell you, what's not good is when you go to play the gig and then your battery in your pack starts dying, and then immediately one cuts out. When that happens, it sounds real bad.
It sounds real bad. You know what's worse than that, though, is when you do show up and they only have a mono mix and you don't have a mono set up and you can't sum to mono and you've been practicing in stereo and it's just all... It was what's happening in one of your ears, but in both.
Right, yeah.
It's just awful. It's like, this is not how it's supposed to sound.
Fortunately for me, because the battery was dying, the other ear cut out right away too. And then I was like, oh, okay, I'll just listen out of the house. Yeah. This is more how I normally do it anyway.
There you go, yeah. This is true. But did it go well? Did
it went really great. It was a lot of fun.
Where was it in Arizona?
It was in Arizona. It was down in kind of outside Tucson.
Oh, Tucson. Huh?
Dove Mountain area.
Dove Mountain.
I guess it was called.
Is that spiritual?
I don't think so.
No, okay.
It was a spiritual event, though.
Yeah. I didn't know if it was like they don't keep the eye on the sparrow; they keep it on the dove.
On the dove, yeah.
I don't know.
Peace like a dove.
Peace like a
from above.
River.
Love from a dove from above.
Panteth as with the deer go to the river.
I got some ideas for a song now.
I think we were going to start a hymn band now. All right, so this is it's a digital stereo delay, right?
Yeah. I don't know what's going on there. It is.
Play one note, just.
It's like
you got a bunch of stuff going on.
I don't know what's going on.
So that's not just a stereo delay.
It's all kinds of things. I was actually trying to figure it out. Maybe you could help me. Not in this thing, but
sure.
I did notice. So like, there's the timing, and I said it like dotted eighth and feedback. That'll make sense. But then there's this time R %.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's a pretty cool feeling.
Yeah, I mean, it worked great.
Yeah,
like, you throw that on. I was the only guitarist.
Yeah.
So it was like a 3-piece essentially, and so it was nice to really take up a lot of space.
No, that's really nice. That's got a big sound. It's almost like a reverb too, if you kind of like play it like that.
Yep.
Yeah, it delays a bit, but there's still the way it like clashes towards the end, because mine doesn't really, because it's just like it just dies.
It's.
But yours kind of like, and then kind of.
I feel like yours is easier to control though.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm listening to mine and going, "This is weird."
Well, that's why I like it. I think I'm like, oh, that's weird.
It's not like that. What was that one?
Oh, Terra Echo.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's Wild Time. Ooh, that sounded like the Edge kind of.
I hear he uses delay quite a bit.
Does he? Never touched the stuff, I bet. All right, so here, turn your or your reverb on then, and let's turn the delay off so we can have a.
Whoa.
I know.
You're out of your mind.
Everybody settle down. I mean, you got a little more than me, I think.
I think so. Mine's mixed in, I feel like a little heavier.
That's getting closer, huh?
Yeah, it's more on his own.
You got like a higher.
Yeah, I almost kind of want to like pull some of that top end off.
This is a real right here.
Like, you like that? You hear that?
You hear that top end?
Yeah, but can you do this? Feels a little high in the 2K range.
I think your Hotone's better than my Quad Cortex, Jason.
Based on the, I think mainly it's in the 5K range. I think that's where we're kind of.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, if we just kind of maybe dip. Can you bring that up on your EQ? Maybe that'll help.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Yep.
All right, it. Finally.
Similar, right? Yeah, it's similar. Like,
I mean, there's so many things you can do with it.
It's very pretty reverb, both of them.
Yeah.
Because with mine at least, I can be very dynamic, and it's just kind of blooms underneath, like.
Just keep going.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds all right. Let's try now the delay. Right, so delay and reverb together. Right. And so, yeah, I think yours is a little more prominent with the delay. But yeah, I mean, it's got that cool, like.
It's like that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Like, the funny thing is, I'm like, I don't know what's making that happen. I have no idea.
I love that. That is one thing, as I get older, like, I do know a lot about these things, but like, I just don't care. I'm like, it makes the delay sound cool.
Yep.
That's what I need. Because like nobody in the audience is like, I think that was a tape delay, but it was fake.
I mean, clearly that wasn't like a dual head.
Yeah, that wasn't delay. An L cap. Yeah. Like, or the new one.
I will say that thing is freaking great though.
Well, yeah, it is. It's not as good as the new one they released today.
The Holy
Sky.
The Holy Sky.
Yeah, it's wild. Anyway,
they know their audience.
Yeah, they know their audience if it's real. Yeah, I mean that sounds fine. Like here, just play D real quick. Like, yeah, it's just here. Let's switch.
Okay. Like that.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the reasons we chose single coils, because I could have chose humbuckers or something else, is just like we didn't have to do any changes. That's what I like though. Like so many people per guitar have presets and like, okay, I need this changed, and I don't care. Like the reason why I changed guitars is so I wanted a little different sound.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be similar. But if it does have a harshness and some EQ thing, I'll cut that a little bit. But I mean, that sounds excellent on that.
I like that.
Honestly, like from just hearing, not playing. That sounds phenomenal.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Sounds really good. Here's all the sauce. The boost is on. It is a bit low on this one now. Yeah. I mean, it is nice. I like that. Cut some of the gain.
Ooh, that's nice.
And that's when we stop. Yeah, that thing sounds killer, right?
Dude, this is a great guitar.
Jennings, old Chad, he knows what he's doing, huh?
Love the neck on this.
Yeah, it's a really nice neck.
I realize that's not what this video is about.
No, it's not. It's about these things.
You know, when you get to play another guitar,
you just get to have fun, you know, with it. All right, well, let's switch back, I guess.
All right, fine.
Well, actually, we'll keep these plugged in. We'll switch modelers.
Okay.
Got all kinds of cables on my legs.
You know, what's interesting is I feel the difference in the two boxes more than I feel the difference of the guitar.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Not saying good or bad, just like, oh, that feels real different. I went major, you were going minor.
I don't know, actually. I like that. Sounds a lot.
Yeah.
Again, I would only choose this because it just has flexibility. And that's a big deal to me. Reliability and flexibility are the two biggest things for me. And then I'll go by sound because we're living in the friggin', what is it, 20-something century, 21st or some crap? I don't even know.
2025, I know that.
2025. Everything, we're so fortunate to be where we're at in this.
Oh, man.
Everything sounds good.
It's bananas to me. Like when I think about if I had this when I was learning to play guitar, versus my PV Rage.
Yeah, I had a PV Rage 158
and my DoD grunge distortion pedal. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I had the old Digitech RP80. It was a multi-effects thing with this. It was kind of like this actually, very small, but it only had like the two big plastic buttons.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that was cool. I remember my first time I played at church. The worship leader was like, he turned to me, and that was like the indication to turn on gain to overdrive. And so he looked at me. He's like, and I stepped on it. I was so stoked, man. I practiced this, and then I started shaking because I was so nervous. Because I was like, I'm turning gain on in the church. This is a sin.
So something's gonna go wrong.
And I just started. I was like, yeah, Lord, we lift it up. Like,
yeah, the cool thing for, I understand how that is because my hands do that in every gig all the time.
They do, yeah.
My band, I used to have to play, I had to play very simple songs for the first 2 songs to get my adrenaline to settle down and my hands to stop shaking.
Really?
And I knew that like, okay, I can rip a really good solo by song 3.
Song 3, interesting.
I was singing and stuff too. There's a lot going on.
I never thought about stuff. I was like, I could do it probably. And then I just did it. Yeah, it's kind of real shaky, But yeah, living in the world today, it's like there's not a bad choice.
Takes everything you got.
Okay, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Right now, it do.
Or at least making your way in the world.
But the Hotone's good. The Quad Cortex, I would say, in my opinion, it is better. But I am right now really into that sound, and it's just because, basically, as you saw, I was dialing it in. We set it up a little bit before, but just close enough, and then we're dialing it in. And so I'm sure if we took like another hour or so to really,
we could. I'm sure we could get them.
Yeah, get the nuances dialed in. But for the money though, I mean, what you could have like 3 of those,
right?
For this.
Well, and like I said, there's also the stage, which I think is only like maybe $200 more. I might be wrong on that, but it's like it has a lot of that, but it doesn't have the little volume pedal.
Oh, really?
So it's kind of, I was like, oh, it's kind of missing that.
Yeah, it's
that
a bummer.
Piece.
I figured it'd be the exact same, but just have like another row of knobbies.
You would think. I don't know, maybe their next thing.
Maybe Hotone's like, you guys have no idea what we're about to launch.
Maybe.
And it's...
Well, I hope they send it to me because I really like this.
Yeah, well, that'd be fun. Yeah. And I was a little skeptical because of the price point, personally.
People a lot of times think, oh, it's inexpensive.
Yeah.
And therefore it must be cheap.
Must be cheap.
And it's like, no, you can do a lot. Maybe they're just trying to be nice to you and not make it super expensive.
I would say that line of thinking is accurate if and only if this was 10 years ago and this was that cheap.
Yeah.
But anymore, it's like, man, these are so close. It really just boils down to how much do you need it to do? Really. If you're just flying to Arizona, hanging out,
hanging by the pool most of the day.
Hanging out by the pool most of the day. That's what I was thinking. You probably weren't practicing.
Play a couple songs.
Yeah, and then just put it back in your gig bag.
Got to see Mac Powell.
Dude, Man, all I can think of is Mac Powell.
That's what he sounds like.
I love it, man.
The guy still got it.
Did he sing? Did he lead?
Yeah, no, he did a concert.
Yeah,
I popped in on.
That's
cool, singing God of Wonders. I actually ran into him there was a telescope that you could look into and look directly at the sun because they had a filter on it.
Oh, I was like, wow, they're just really hating people. Trust in Jesus here.
It's like, just believe in the Lord.
If you have sin in your life, you will be blind after this.
And I ran into Mac Powell there looking at the sun. So we chatted for a minute, and he pretended he remembered the Worship Artistry podcast, and that was like really sweet of him.
Yeah, that's great.
It's like, hey, you were one of my favorite interviews, and he's like, oh yeah, Worship Artistry. And I'm like,
you know,
it's okay, man.
That's all right. You can lie to me.
Yeah.
Well, he did.
Yeah, he did. It's okay.
Yeah, that's funny.
It was the nice, like, Southern kind of lie.
Yeah. So you guys were talking about the sun? Was it the SON?
We just ran into each other at the telescope because it was like.
But was it SON or like what are we talking about?
On that note, please like and subscribe.
Have a good day, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this. All right, bye.